Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a LEGO Despicable Me 4-set review. Today we're looking at set number 75583. This is the Minions and Gru's Family Mansion set. This set is going to be retailing for $99.99 USD or $129.99 Canadian, and it should be available in North America and other parts of the world beginning on May the 1st. However, in Europe, this is already out. You should be able to find this in stores. So pretty exciting, and it's online as well. It just sort of shadow dropped, came out of nowhere. The reveal and the release of these was on the same day. I think that this is the set that a lot of people are looking forward to the most because of the house, as well as some of the characters, specifically these minifigures. Getting them in minifigure form for the first time is awesome, as well as a couple of Mega Minions. And there's just so much here to go through and take a look at, like, what's going on the inside, what are they referencing. There's a ton of stuff here that I cannot wait to show you. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's take a closer look at this set. So here is everything all built, and I am blown away by just how much is actually in the set. Like, it took me a while. I think it took me all of Despicable Me 1 and then like all the way towards the end of Despicable Me 2. So yeah, this is quite a substantial build. I think that this is, there's so much going on that you're going to be surprised by. I think a lot of references that weren't originally seen in some of the pictures. So really excited to talk about that and go through this. So let's go ahead, and if you want, there's chapters to hop around to the different stuff we're going to talk about. So I would call this a side build, but it's got its own set of instructions. It's quite a substantial thing. This is actually from Despicable Me 3, when the kids throw a little luau for Lucy and Gru because they never went on a honeymoon. So this is really cool that they are referencing this. This is just a couple of the things that you're going to see throughout the set. Like I said before, here's the smallest part of the build, and you've got a couple of different like tiki heads, which is really cool. I love the look of these and just the coral being used there for both of them, and the sort of faces that they've created. You just place them there onto those plates and angle them like that. You do have a set of drums there for either the minions or some of the girls to actually play on the drums. I like the little plant piece there that they've got on the side with the butterfly, and there's candles all throughout this. And over here on the side, there is a surfboard with a sticker and something scribbled onto it there. And then if you come on over here to this side, you can see they've wrapped some decorations around the tree, which is really cool. I love the little torches here that they've got. Again, some little spots for you to put different things. You've got some more candles. And then over here, in behind this ladder, you've got a box, a little present on the inside. However, there's, if it decides to open, there's nothing. They didn't include anything, which I think is a real shame. Definitely could have snuck in a reference here, but you can put the ladder back on down, and then you've also got nothing going on the inside of the tree. So yeah, I think that could have had something, but I do like how they've wrapped this piece from 2024, or I guess that was actually last year, 2023, with Dreams, around the whole tree. Like, that's really tight there, so I like that a lot. Coming up here to the top level of the tree fort, you can see we've got some bamboo stickers there on the inside of those pieces, as well as a little candle in the center of the table. And you've also got two bowls, of course, which is the meat and gummy bear soup that they make for Gru and Lucy. So that's pretty cool. They can sit on the mats there. There's another little mat there for one of the girls if you want to put them there. As well as I love the decorations that they've got here. Like, that's so cool how they've done that, the different transparent pieces and everything, and how they're hanging from the leaves. And that's actually using the new 2024 leaf pieces here all throughout this thing. So you get quite a lot of them, 6 of them. So that's pretty neat if you've never gotten them before. You could take one of the figures or the minions and attach them there to this little build. And if you pull the rope tightly, or this piece tightly, they should slide on down, sort of like a zip line effect. And here is Gru's house. To say that I'm so excited to have this is probably an understatement. Like, I'm blown away by the build of this. There's so much going on. It's so much deeper than I would have expected. And I think that originally I made the comparison, I know a lot of people have as well, to the Up House, but I just think that this is much deeper. It's a much more substantial build, I think, than that, especially height-wise, depth-wise, and reference-wise maybe as well. But let's take a look at the outside first. Coming down here to the ground floor, it's interesting. It sort of is taking place a little bit from Despicable Me 1 with the dead lawn. That does change with the rest of the movies. But yeah, that's kind of neat how they're referencing that. This is supposed to be the garage, though, for his car, which obviously, I guess the shrink ray shrunk it down, and maybe the whole house to that extent. But anyways, I like the leaves all scattered throughout here. The new orange color for 2024 looks really nice. Over here, you do have a mailbox sticking out there, and you can actually open it up, and on the inside is a letter. And if you don't know this about Lego mailboxes, you can actually slide 1x2 tiles right inside there, just like that. Also, the leaves being on the ground sort of adds to he wasn't really caring about his lawn back then. Also, you could see there's a little light on the outside, and you can open, of course, the door. You've got a couple of different windows here in the front. I like the purple aesthetic. Ideally, it should have been a darker purple, but no such color exists for Lego, which is something that they really need to create. We need new purple colors for Lego, not a random dark orange like this. Up to the next level, you could see just how the roof is touching the sides there. I think that looks really nice how they've done that. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if this was the same designer that did the up house. But yeah, I like the windows all throughout this here. It's sort of the darker transparent color, which looks nice. I love the pipes and everything there up here, as well as a little bit of light gray throughout this. I just think that adds a little bit of something, a little bit of texture. And you could see over here the windows. You do have it's interesting there. If you remove this, you could see that's actually the color on the inside, and that's what happens. It gives it this sort of effect. It looks like sand green, but it's not. And you could see a little bit of like the chimney there from the inside of the house, which you'll see in a bit. Here's the top of the house, and I think this looks really great. I love the little minion through the window. I think that looks awesome. But one of the things that I do have to just mention is the part usage there up at the top. I get why they chose that to have it be on a point, but the issue is that that goes from flat into a curved piece there. So I'm not sure if that really works too well, but the side of the roofs, I try to put all the studs and everything for the whole thing going downwards. And yeah, I think it looks nice, very sleek, and I don't really mind the studs showing there. I think that's fine for this roof design. Alrighty, making our way into the inside here. Yeah, this is sort of his lab. It's not the entrance to his house or anything, which I think is a shame. Something that some people commented was that it would have been nice if, like, down the line we could get a sort of lab build where you can attach it to the bottom, sort of like the Rancor pit in Jabba's palace, which I think would work really well for a future set. You can see over here we've got a couple of different computer panels, just doing a bunch of different scans and all that, dials, and over here they're studying a spider, which is interesting. You've got some sort of light there that's on the side of that computer panel. Now, this is interesting. We've got over here on the ground floor this two parts that can spin around and turn. Over here, we've got a bathroom, and on the side, we've got like the plunger sort of unclogger for the toilet, as well as a toilet paper roll. You've also got this lever that you can turn, and you could spin it around, I guess. Maybe that's what activates this, revealing this dynamite stick, as well as a broom. Also, you've got this dial over there. And then if you make your way over here to this side, you've got the ladder to get up to the next floor, as well as a water cooler there with a mug. And then you've also got a sort of grappler with a plunger on the end of this gun, a walkie-talkie, as well as a couple of different buttons. Now, this is cool. Inside of this box here, what is referenced is the cookies. I think that's meant to be the cookies from Despicable Me 1. But unfortunately, I wish that they were just the generic cookie, not the sugar cookie piece. I don't know why they picked that piece for this. Unless that's a reference specifically to Despicable Me 4, but you can, of course, put it on this little trolley and wheel it around here in the lab. But anyways, coming up the ladder to the second floor, just to wrap things up, you've got a couple of little lights there for the lab, as well as this pipe that continues all the way from there up to the top with this valve up here. But we'll get to that in a bit. Here we have Gru's living room, I guess, with the fireplace. You've got a cup of something up there, and you could take Gru and have him sitting inside of the seat here. And you could also spin and turn this all the way around. Nope, because it gets stuck on the cup there, but just ignore that or remove it and you could spin it. Anyways, up here, you've got a couple of different dangerous axes, and then also this is the fireplace that it leads up into the chimney that you saw before. Here's the girls' bedroom, and I love the little carpet there that you've got on the bottom, but also the bomb bed, which is pretty crazy that this is actually here. But the girls all have short legs, I think, so that they can all sleep inside of that there. But up above, we've got a couple of different drawings. We've got the unicorn, that's so fluffy! And then you've got a rainbow, a little minion, a goat, as well as clouds with the sun, and then another minion there. Here's the sort of dining room kitchen area that we see in the movies, and it's cool. We've got another cup, but 2 cupcakes, which is a reference to when they had the cupcake store in Despicable Me 2, which is a lot of fun. Also, the bench is really big there, so you could really squeeze all 3 girls onto the seat there, and yeah, that's great. Up above, we do have this light here above the kitchen area. And then up here at the very top, we've got this 2x3 little portrait with Gru and then all the girls. Just like to point out a couple of things here. First of all, height-wise, he's so much taller than them, and I think that is much more accurate. But also, right down there in the corner, we've got Kyle, who I think would have been really fun to get in this set. Here is the Gru minifigure, and it's pretty crazy to get an adult version of Gru here, finally in minifigure form. But yeah, obviously wish that either the avatar legs were being used here, or a new body piece, I think for sure could have been used for him, like Dr. Eggman from Sonic, just to give him a bit of shape and height. But still, really cool to see here nonetheless, finally getting him. I think the eyebrow color is a little off, but the scarf, getting that in light gray is really awesome. And removing that, you could see the torso printing looks pretty great. I love the G there for his little zipper, and the back torso printing and everything there too. Obviously, the biggest thing that is missing for him is the nose. And just borrowing the head from Pinocchio here, just to give you a bit of an idea. I don't think that it necessarily would have worked using that head, but getting one like this with a more pointy one, I think definitely should have happened. Here is Lucy, and she too should have had, I think, the avatar arms and legs to make her a little bit taller, but I still think the figure is really great. I love the torso printing there and just the scarf and how it continues over here onto the back. That's really great. The hair, we'll come back to that in a second, but I like the smile here that we've got, and then on the other side, the glasses. Like, look at that there. That's awesome. I think reference-wise, she definitely should have had the lipstick taser. Would have been a lot of fun. But she actually has her hair up in a bun in the back, so I think that this hair piece would have worked better for her. Not the color, but definitely that piece instead, just because someone else in the set uses it as well. Here is Margot, and I think she looks really good with the torso that they went with and everything, the print that they created, that smirk and the glasses and even the hairpiece. Like, they really capture that so well, and the back torso, it all looks great. And just removing the hairpiece here, you can see on the other side, she's got this happy expression. Like, that the whole face is really perfect. It's the height. All the girls are the same height, which does not work, especially for her. She should have had mid-legs. It just makes her a little bit taller than her sisters, and I think that it just works a lot better for her, and she still would be able to fit inside the bed with mid-legs, and this is just, like, this piece exists. No recolor needed. Here is Edith, and I think they really just hit it out of the park with her. Like, really great. I love the hair piece and the hat combo that they've got for her. The torso, I love the printing there. It looks great. But the face, that smirk, that smile is amazing. I love that a lot. And on the other side, she's got this smile there too. And back torso printing. Like, this is really great. I think they did such a phenomenal job with her. Here is Agnes, and I think she looks adorable, for sure. I love the overalls printing there on the torso that they've created for her. It's great. The hair, it's the closest existing Lego piece for her, so I get why they use that. But underneath the hair, you can see she's got this little smile there, and on the other side, this sad expression, which I do think this face definitely works for her. It's just one that exists before, so honestly, yeah, I don't really have a problem with that. Here is Baby Gru Jr., the latest addition to the family. I think this is really great. I love that we're getting the body piece here for the baby in light gray, but as well as the head is really awesome because this is the first time getting the flesh color baby face without the mask on because of Jack Jack. So yeah, you are actually able to turn and spin the head there, but I just guess that as I'm turning it, it turns the whole body. But yeah, really great. Here's our first Mega Minion. This is Mega Minion Tim. And it's a stretchy version, sort of like Mr. Fantastic. I think these are super powered minions, but yeah, it's really interesting what they've done here. First of all, the whole head here, that's 1, 2, 3, 3 brand new printed pieces here. You've got a smile, then it's all this for the mask, all stretched. The eyes and everything work the same way that the old minions worked, but you're getting in dark yellow. But also the arms, or I guess I should come here to the body first, talking about the M for Mega Minion, but the arms is this tube piece. We've gotten these tube pieces before, so that's really interesting. But all they've done is created, if it allows me to undo what I've done before, you get this little hand piece there, and then you just stick it on inside of the arm tube there, and you can sort of shrink and grow his arm. It's of course bendy, just like Miss Marvel's was way back in the day. So I think this is a good indication maybe for what they're planning to do for Mr. Fantastic if we get him in sets. Don't mind that. But yeah, really fun. Wiggly wobbly arms there for him. He can spin around there too, but I'm very excited for the potential of these new hands. Here is Mega Minion Mel, who's wearing this outfit. You could see the M on the overalls. Little, I don't know what to call that expression with the mouth, but I like the eye. This laser eye sort of looking thing is pretty cool, and also just the whole color of them getting the head here, again, in dark yellow, sort of wearing this outfit is fun. And last but certainly not least is Mega Minion Jerry, who is incredible looking, or I guess I should say is fantastic looking, because again, continuing sort of the Fantastic Four theme, I think he's all rocky, and you could see that specifically with this print there for the eye. Looks really great, and of course, just like the other minions, you can remove that, and this is a brand new piece that they created, this massive body. I love the face printing there. You can see the M for Mega Minion. Up here on the top, you do have a stud, and you can even sort of crack them open like a nut, and you can see the inside, what that looks like. Unfortunately, you can't like turn the head, so you're sort of forced to have it facing forward, or specifically on those 4 degrees there. But yeah, you can of course move the arms. They're just like the regular minion arms there too. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the Minions and Gru's Family Mansion set. I think this is an amazing set. Definitely my favorite of all of them. This is just so cool to get this, I think, iconic looking house. And especially if you've ever been to Universal, I think that it might mean even more to you than seeing it in person, like some of the Harry Potter sets do for me now. So yeah, I think this is really, really exciting. I am blown away by the figures, everything here, and the minions and all that, and just the different references. Definitely think they could have dialed it up a bit more, but other than that, I think that there's a few spots here and there that could have used a little bit more detail, but I'm still really impressed by this. I think the size of this and everything, so much fun. Definitely going to be the most sought after set. Anyways, everyone, be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out on future Despicable Me 4 set reviews. They're going to be dropping later on here on the channel, so don't miss out on those. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.